Hello, so can you introduce yourself very quickly first?
Yes, I'm Natalija and I'm 27 years old. I'm from Karlovac and I made my EVS, European Voluntary Service, in Estonia.
Okay, so you said your mobility experience was EVS. Um, can you tell me more about it? Like, what is this mobility experience and why you did this?
So EVS is European Voluntary Service. It's a program which is in frames of Erasmus Plus, and it's funded by European Commission. It's a program for young European citizens from 17 until 30 years old who want to go abroad and volunteer in some of the organizations. Uh, it's a program that offers you a lot of experiences for free, basically, because you have paid accommodation, travel tickets, food, and insurance, and many stuff. So basically, you are living abroad for free.
So, is it the reason why you went to EVS because it's free, or there is other reason you went to?
No, I didn't go because it's free. I went because I wanted to experience this. I wanted to live abroad for 1 year to change my environment and to just go out of my comfort zone to be somewhere where I don't know anything or anybody and just to challenge myself and experience new things.
Okay, so can you remind me where was your project taking place and what was it about?
The project was in Tallinn, in Estonia, and the title of my project was Do Step Forward. So I was able to do step forward and to try new things. During my EVS project, I was doing different things. I was teaching English in schools, but this teaching was in a non-formal way. So I was working as a non-formal teacher. And my whole project was actually in field of non-formal education and youth work. So besides this teaching, I was also leading workshops of conversational English for youngsters. I was working in an urban and suburban camp with kids and also with youngsters, different ages. And I was also writing Erasmus Plus projects. And I was also leading this project, so it was also a really new experience for me, all this administration and documentation part. And I was also part of theater studio for a while, and we also did some performances. And also I was working in kindergarten, but this was also like non-formal kindergarten, a bit different. And and I have to say that I was working in a Russian community in Estonia because there they have a big Russian community. So my project was like orientated on this community and youngsters that are living in this community. So that's why I was mostly learning Russian language and Estonian just a bit.
Okay. Before you went to EVS, did you add like some expectation about this project? And if yes, did you meet them during your year abroad?
I didn't have so high expectations. I mean, I knew what was my project about, of course. I was in contact with my hosting organization, but I didn't want to have too high expectations because I just wanted to like leave space to make impressions there when I'm already coming to my project. So I didn't know exactly what to expect because reality is always different. So my expectations were not so high, but reality was like more than I could imagine because I experienced really a lot of things I never thought I will. And I met a lot of people and I made some really close friendships and I managed to learn Russian language on a really good level and also Estonian on basic level, but I didn't expect this, like to have some knowledge from both languages, so it was like really good for me. So I could say that reality was like really better than I expected.
Um, any funny or peculiar situation happening abroad you want to share with us?
Well, there was a lot of stuff happening in 1 year, so I can't like remember everything. But there were some really strange situations. Like I was often, how to say, people were often telling to me that how I'm not able to speak Russian because in the beginning I couldn't speak Russian and I have Russian name and last name, and I was like really often accused that I'm Russian and I'm just pretending not to talk in Russian. Then I also had some funny situation with my neighbors. Like they asked me to like repair some stuff on their walls and with electricity. Really, I was so shocked because I never did this stuff in my life. But I managed. I helped my neighbors. Then I also had a situation. I had like an interview with journalists in the beginning of my EVS, and after this article was published, and it was totally like full of lies. And I had like a long period of maybe 1 month with just arguing with him and with these newspapers, and they were like, how to say, a big local newspapers that people were reading. So I was like really feeling bad. But at the end, I mean, when I think about it now, it's just funny and it's a part of experience. Then also I had like experience with drunk people who were calling police to me because they thought I stole their cigarettes. And I had like even meeting with police, and like these small situations were happening, really like weird situations. But I mean, for me, it's all like cultural. I would say cultural experience, and yeah, it's just funny now.
So you stayed there for 1 year. You live like a lot of funny and peculiar situation during your EVS. But how is it to come back after 1 year? Like, how do you feel now in Karlovac?
I have to say I feel strange. I'm here for 1 month, but still I can feel that like I changed so much during this 1 year, but people around me didn't change. They still have the same lives. They live like in the same city. They do the same jobs. And I visited so many places and traveled around and met new people and culture, and I like totally widened my horizons, and I feel like that on one hand I don't fit here anymore because people sometimes don't even know what is EVS, and when you talk with them they don't understand you, and they just think like, ah, yeah, now you went abroad and now you think that you are like better than us or something. But on another hand, of course, it's nice to be at home, to like see your family and friends, and to share this experience to people who are open to hear this. So yeah, I'm still confused.
Okay, and last question. Do you have any important advice to give to a young Croatian who would like to do an EVS?
I would just say to people not to be afraid to like overcome limits in their mind, or like limits that other people are making you like think about this in this way. I would just say go and be brave, and it's definitely a beautiful experience, and you should really take it until you are 30.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.